Again, welcome to the January Tuition Assistance webinar. My name is Sarita Stamps, Tuition Assistance Coordinator. We're thrilled to have you join us tonight as we kick off the 2026 Tuition Assistance webinar series. This session is designed to empower you with the knowledge and resources to make the most of your tuition assistance benefit. Get ready to engage, learn, and take your education to the next level. Here's what's in store for tonight's webinar. Eligibility requirements overview, tuition assistance application overview, live Q&A session, union presentation, and know your rights. Thank you for being here. Let's dive in, learn together, and make this session both engaging and valuable. I will now share our community agreements. We welcome your perspectives and expertise. Respect the speaker. Pause for interpretation. Use short sentences and allow time for translation. Take care of yourself. Eat, take breaks, and use the restroom as needed. Be ready to learn and engage. During our webinar, we want to make sure your questions and topics of interest are heard. We have created the advanced questionnaire form that will be live throughout tonight's session. We will drop the form in the chat now and throughout the session. This form gives you the opportunity to submit your questions, ideas, or topics you'd like us to cover during the webinar or future webinars. We'll review all submissions and select 5 to 10 key questions to answer during the live Q&A portion. Don't worry if your question isn't answered live during the webinar. Our team will reach out to you directly by email to provide the information you need. I would like to highlight that it is very important for you to input and submit your correct email address, as we have seen that there have been errors in the email input, and we would love to make sure everybody's questions are answered. Tonight, we will be sharing the tuition assistance eligibility requirements and other additional information. Let's begin with the tuition assistance benefit eligibility requirements. Our eligibility criteria are consistent across our general application and partnerships. I will now pass the mic to Program Manager Tyra Kolak.
Thank you, Sarita. Hi, everyone. We will be going over the tuition assistance eligibility. So these are the things that will have you become eligible for the tuition assistance fund. Providers must be licensed or license exempt in order to qualify for the tuition assistance benefit. Our program is not able to provide support to assistants who are not licensed or license exempt. However, all licensed individuals listed on a child care license are eligible to receive support. The benefit is not limited to just one provider per license. Providers must have had a subsidized child in their care within the past 12 months. Providers must be willing to offer care to subsidized children. Courses must be applicable to early childhood education or business development as it relates to the work of family child care. All courses must be completed at accredited California School of Higher Education. The key details: the tuition assistant benefit provides assistance for approved coursework through reimbursement or sponsorship. The maximum benefit amount is $5,000 per calendar year. Next slide, please. While our program has approved courses in several key areas, please note that approval is not limited to the examples we'll share. If you are unsure whether your course will qualify for tuition assistance, we encourage you to reach out to our team before enrolling, especially if you plan to seek tuition assistance for that course. If you have a question now about a course, please fill out the advanced questionnaire form and we will follow up with you. On the screen are some of our approved courses, but not limited to: early childhood education, business development, ESL, GED preparation, and computer classes. Next slide, please. Our program offers two options to support your education: tuition reimbursement and tuition sponsorship. The eligibility requirements are the same for both options. Remember, this is not a loan program, and you will not be required to pay back your tuition assistance benefit. Let's explore which option works best for you and your specific situation. Consider your budget, timing, and personal preferences. Both options are designed to help you maximize your tuition assistance benefit. Tuition assistance reimbursement. Reimbursement is only for out-of-pocket expenses you personally paid. Costs covered by other programs like FAFSA or tuition assistance are not eligible. You must provide proof of enrollment, course payment, and/or course expenses. Your reimbursement will be processed by our team and funds will be sent directly to you. For tuition assistance sponsorship, sponsorship differs from reimbursement as you do not pay out of pocket before receiving funds. You will not be issued a direct payment. Our program will pay the school directly on your behalf. For sponsorship, you must submit a tuition assistance application before the course starts and prior to the drop date of payment. We ask that you please give significant time. You will need to provide enrollment confirmation, course costs, and course details. All of this information will be located on your student portal. Where to locate the tuition assistance application? I will now walk you through how to find the tuition assistance application on the CCPU Training Fund website. When you are ready to apply, you will open your web browser and go to ccputrainingfund.org. The homepage is displayed in the photo. On the homepage, hover over the Benefits section in the main menu and select Tuition Assistance. You are ready to apply. You can find the tuition assistance application at the bottom of our tuition assistance webpage. Make sure to scroll down and click on the link to start your application. Click Apply in your preferred language. A new window will open with the tuition assistance application. The application is available in English and Spanish. If you need assistance in another language, we offer translation services. Please reach out to our team at tuitionassistance@ccputrainingfund.org. Once you have selected your preferred language, the first page of the application will appear. Displayed on this slide is the first page of the tuition assistance application. Completing your tuition assistance application. Fill out all required fields. Personal information, provider details, and your course or program information. There will be 3 pages to complete your application. Provide accurate enrollment details, including your school name, course title, and start end dates. Upload required documents such as proof of enrollment, tuition receipt, provider license documentation, proof of subsidy, and any other supporting documents. Ensure all fields are clear and readable. Review the application carefully before submitting. Double check that all fields are completed and your documents are uploaded. Your proof of payment document. To ensure your request is processed accurately and without delays, your proof of payment must include the following information: your first and last name, your student ID number, if applicable, course costs or expense amount. Your payment details must include receipt for reimbursement. Your receipt must show the payment was completed. Invoices is acceptable for sponsorship. Must clearly list the course cost or expense amount, the transaction date, the vendor or institution name, and receipt must be clear, readable, and not blurry. We also accept screenshots. All details must be fully visible and not cropped. You'll then receive your application has been submitted successfully. Once you click submit, your tuition assistant application has been successfully received by our team. Here's what happened next. Number 1, you'll receive a confirmation email. You'll keep this for your records. Number 2, our tuition assistance team will review your application to ensure all required documents are included. Number 3, if any additional information is needed, we will contact you via email. And number 4, we ask that you please monitor both your email inbox and spam folder. How to expedite your tuition assistance application. Number 1, gather all required documents first. Your provider license information, proof of enrollment, proof of subsidy, proof of courses costs, proof of courses expenses, your student ID number, and an official transcript. Number 2, complete the application accurately. Number 3, monitor both your email inbox and spam folder for follow-up correspondence. We will only keep your application open for 30 to 45 business days. If we cannot reach you, we will deny your application. We have a message from our finance department. W-9s are needed for applicants who are not enrolled in a associate, bachelor, master, or PhD degree program. For those who meet the criteria, W-9s will be sent in an email from DocuSign. If the email was not in your inbox, spam, or other folders, we ask that you please reach out to abigail.deking@seiuesf.org. Applicants who receive payments, excuse me, applicants who receive payments above the IRS threshold and meet the tax classification criteria will receive a 1099 form for tax purposes. If you do not receive a W-9, then you will not be paid and placed on a do not pay list. We will use Bill.com to pay vendors, and we strongly recommend you sign up for e-payment direct deposit because you will receive payment faster and more securely. You will receive instructions on how to sign up for e-payment direct deposit. If you do not sign up for e-payment or direct deposit, then you will receive a check. Checks may take up to 4 weeks to arrive. Please know that the check will come in a white envelope and may have bill.com on the outside of the envelope. It will not have our name on it. At this time, we want to welcome our union representative as we continue our January tuition assistance webinar. We are thrilled to introduce our esteemed guest, Sophia, who has graciously joined us today to shed light on the significance of union membership in our profession. She brings a wealth of knowledge and experience in advocating for the rights and interests of childcare providers and educators. We are honored to have her with us tonight to share insights into the valuable benefits and opportunities that come with being a member of the union. Please join me in giving a warm welcome to Sophia. Please send some heart emojis.
Hello, everyone. I would like to extend a warm welcome to all of you. My fellow pro educators, my name is Sophia Amreen Masood, and I'm an early educator and a childcare provider based in San Francisco Bay Area, Union City, in Alameda County. I have 28 years of experience working with children and supporting families in our community. I began my journey in 2007 in Fresno as part of the FFN. And in 2004, I became a licensed childcare provider in Union City, California. Then in 2017, I built my own commercial childcare center in Hayward, California from the ground up, a milestone that reflects my dedication to this field. In addition to my work as an early educator, I am a proud participant of the Contract Action Team of SEIU 521, and I also serve as a peer facilitator for CCPU. Throughout my career, I have been a strong advocate for quality childcare, committed to supporting both providers and families who depends on us. Why are we here today? For the next few minutes, we will be talking about our union CCPU and the vital role it plays in uniting and empowering early educators like all of us. Next slide. What is a union? What it means to me. The union is a community made up of early childhood educators from across California, including both licensed providers and family, friend, and neighbors, FFN provider. Our membership is diverse, with some educators having served family for 3 or 4 decades. And there are some who are just starting their careers in this field. We are the union. You are the union. She is the union. Everyone who is a joint member is union. And today, my main reason here to speak to make more union members so we can be stronger together. The core purpose of the union is to bring providers together to achieve meaningful improvement, both within our profession and throughout our communities. By uniting, we can collectively work towards positive changes that benefits all of us. It's all for our benefits. Next slide. Who is CCPU? I would like to introduce you to CCPU. More than 70,000 early educators across California have come together to form our union, Childcare Provider United, CCPU. As members, we not only belong to CCPU, but also participate in our respective local unions, SEIU Local 521, SEIU Local 99, and UDW. This dual membership empowers us to drive meaningful changes both in our local communities and at the state level. By acting collectively, we strive to enhance the quality and affordability of childcare, while also improving the pay and benefits for all early educators. Our commitment extends to ensure childcare for all families, regardless of our background, language spoken, county, or license type. We believe that by uniting our voices and efforts, we can create a stronger, more equitable system for both providers and the families we serve. I want to take a moment to share how being part of the union has made a significant difference in my personal life. I had a family with 3 little ones in my daycare. They were a wonderful family. They loved me and I loved them. But there was a catch. Their mom didn't have a car. So that means some days those kids just couldn't make it in. And I ended up keeping 3 full-time spots open for them every single week. But the tricky part, I was only getting paid for the days they actually attended. So it was very hard for me trying to help them get to daycare. And believe me, sometimes I still do that. I just came back before this meeting started. I had to drop them in, or I have to pick them up for the daycare. But some days I just could not do it, and they were absent. And I was kind of stuck keeping those slots open without full compensation. I was not getting paid for the days they could not make in, or I could not go bring them because I was short in staff. Now here is the power of union came in. I shared this exact experience with union. That how it affected me and the families. And guess what? Other providers and we through these stories, we brought these stories on the table, and together we got a change made. And now we are paid by enrollment, not just by attendance. And that was a very good victory, and it really helped me. I took care of that family it's been more than 2 years, and I'm still taking care of them. And now I don't have to worry about that if someday they are absent, I won't get paid. I joined the union 5 years ago, well before many of the outstanding benefits we now enjoy, and before we gained the ability to negotiate with the state of California. Believe me, I had a belief in my union. We did not have any benefits at that time, but I believe in my union. And look at it now. It's so many benefits you are enjoying. Throughout these years, I have remained a proud member. Navigating complex policies and procedures is not always easy, especially when it comes to regulations and laws. Thankfully, CCPU provided expert guidance on what should be included in the demand letter and reference the relevant regulations and policies. Having the union's assistant made a substantial differences, and I could not have achieved those outcomes without their support. Next slide. How we won. Our victory was achieved through solidarity by coming together as providers after a determined years of effort. We successfully organized CCPU in 2019. CCPU brings together 3 local unions, SEIU Local 521, SEIU Local 99, and UDW. Unionizing gave us the legal right to negotiate our contract with the state of California, which allowing us to address and improve our working conditions. We secured a law that established our union right. This law empowered CCPU to bargain for benefits on behalf of providers and guaranteed that providers would have a direct voice in shaping those benefits. Now, let me tell you, just pay attention to this part that will show you how our voices are heard and how it implements and become law that benefits us. So once the bargaining team and the state of California reach a tentative agreement, it is put to a vote. Every childcare provider who is a member, who is a member of the union has the opportunity to vote and make their voice heard. However, only union members are eligible to participate in this crucial decision-making process. Personally, I value having my voice count in matters that affect our profession. Being part of the union means being involved in these important decisions or resolving our issues that we face every single day. And then these important decisions and ensuring that our votes help determine the future of our work. Next slide. The power of union membership. As childcare providers, we sometimes deal with delayed payments and confusing policies. By joining together in CCPU, we have made real progress in solving these problems. Just like I told you about my story, what happened. CCPU members help support valuable trainings and take part in negotiations with the state to improve rates and policies. I told you about the problems. I work with union staff and other providers to find solutions together. This shows the strength and unity of our union. The key to making our union even more robust and effective is by increasing membership and participants. By joining CCPU, taking an active role, and ensuring your voice is heard, each provider contributes to our collective power. Imagine the possibilities if every provider was a union member. If you are a union member, your friends, your other fellow providers are all union member. Imagine if this room of 341 providers or more, if we are all a union members, that we could accomplish so much more together. Becoming a member is very simple. It involves standing shoulder to shoulder with fellow providers to ensure our voice continue to be heard and respected. Growing our membership also strengthens our efforts to secure fair pay and reform the cost of care. You can sign up right now, right here in this room tonight by using that QR code or the link provided in the chat. We will pause briefly to allow everyone the opportunity to join and become a member so we can become more powerful. Thank you all for your time. If you have additional questions, please reach out to your local union organizer. Next slide. Please join us on our social media pages on Instagram, Facebook, and X. And thank you so much to giving me this opportunity to speak to you on behalf of my own personal experience and our union. And I will be hoping that tonight, every single provider who is in this room will leave becoming a member who can vote in our next negotiation or our next election. Thank you so much, everyone.
Thank you, Sophia, for sharing such important information about union membership. We will continue on. We will begin answering the questions from the Q&A form that we've received so far. And we are going to answer about a limit of 5 questions today because we still have ways to go in our webinar. Okay, the first question I have is, I would like to find out how to access the benefit for digital marketing. We do have providers who have taken digital marketing courses through our partnership with UCLA Extension. But you're not only limited to just taking a course at UCLA Extension, you can also take a course in any California accredited institution. Our next question is, I am a early childhood care education student in a community college. Am I eligible? If you are a student, you can still utilize your tuition assistance benefit. You can take more than one course if that is something that you are interested in. So you do not have a limit on how many courses you can take with your tuition assistance benefit. We only ask that you do not exceed the $5,000 a year. Our next question is, can I use car repairs to receive my $5,000 as it helps me work for child care work, and without it, I cannot be able to be effective in the day care? Unfortunately, our tuition assistance benefit is just for education. It's pertaining just your education. So when it comes to cars and other expenses, the tuition assistance benefit cannot be used for that. The next question is, can I attend a community college and still qualify for tuition assistance? Yes, you can. You can go to any accredited institution in the state of California. And our last question is, can I still register for this semester? If my class go over the 5,000, can I pay the difference? I'm assuming the winter semester. I know for some school, the winter semester is closed, but if your school still allows you to enroll for the winter semester, then of course, um, we can go ahead and conduct the sponsorship or the reimbursement. If you've already paid out of pocket, we can reimburse you on that. And if it's okay with the school, we can send over payment. And then the next question was, if my classes go over the 5,000, can I pay the difference? Yes, you may. We only go up to 5,000 per year. Um, we have also seen provider who has received financial aid, and if they still owe on their tuition, we can also pick that expense up. So you do have some options for tuition assistance. Okay, so we hope the information shared tonight has been helpful in supporting your work and understanding of the resources available to you. If we did not get to your question, don't worry. We'll be following up by email to ensure you receive a response. Thank you all for your thoughtful questions and engagement during the Q&A portion of the webinar. And we will not begin, we'll now begin our Know Your Rights training, which we encourage every one of you to stay. I will pass the mic over to our tuition assistance coordinator, Everett Brown. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, Tyra. Thank you, Tyra. And thank you to the union. Thank you for everyone who is in attendance and everyone who's contributed to what this webinar has been so far. And now we'll begin the Know Your Rights training. Very, very important information, like Tyra stated. So if it pertains to you, I think that it would be best that you stick around and just gather more information. The more you know, the better you do, right? So no matter where you are in your journey, whether you are a licensed provider, licensed exempt, or just starting out, your rights matter. They are the foundation that protects you, your business, and the families who depend on you. When you understand your rights, you gain the power to step forward with confidence, to grow your work with security, and to stand strong for yourself and your community. We invite you to lean in, stay engaged, and take this opportunity to strengthen the knowledge that empowers you. Let's begin the Know Your Rights training for child care providers. Regardless of your immigration status, you have rights. This training is designed to equip you with knowledge about your legal rights, including topics such as what you need to know and what to do when encountering immigration officers, the police, or the FBI in different places. Things for you and your family to remember in any situation. How to protect yourself and others in your workplace during a raid. All of this information will be shared in the chat and can be shared with families you work with. For your protection, please do not share any personal information regarding immigration status during this meeting. Next slide, please. During this presentation, we will be referring to your Know Your Rights card often. This card is intended to help you remember and express your rights during a raid or other interactions with the police, immigration officers, or the FBI. Next slide, please. What you need to know. To enter a home, immigration officers or the police need either a valid warrant signed by a judge or magistrate or permission from the occupant. Without a valid warrant signed by a judge, the occupant does not have to open the door, and opening the door could mean giving the officers permission to enter the home. A warrant does not mean the occupant has to answer questions. If immigration officers or the police are questioning the occupant and he, she, or they wish to remain silent, they should say out loud, "I wish to remain silent," or show the officials your Know Your Rights card. What to do? Do not open the door. Ask for identification. Officers may try to trick you, frighten you, or intimidate you to get into your house. Look through a window to see their identification. Do not be cut, do not be caught off guard and open the door. Ask the officials if they have a warrant. If the officials do not have a warrant, they do not have the right to enter your home, and you can ask them to leave. If the officials have a warrant, you have a right to see it. Ask the officers to slide the warrant under the door or put it up to your window. Remember, do not open the door. Read the warrant carefully. There are different types of warrants. What to do will depend on what type of warrant it is. Each warrant must have certain information. If the warrant does not have the information that is required, it is not valid. This means the officers do not have authority to enter your home. Important note, warrants may look different depending on your state or location. We're now going to review examples of the different types of warrants. As we go through them, keep in mind that the most important factor is whether the warrant includes the necessary information to make it valid, not just the type of warrant itself. Let's take a look. Next slide, please. A valid search warrant. A valid search warrant must be signed by a judge, a justice of the peace, or magistrate. It must state the address of the home to be searched. It must state in detail the area to be searched. In some cases, search warrants may be many pages long, describing locations to be searched. If the officer does not have a valid warrant, you can say, "This is not a valid warrant. You may not enter my home. Please leave." If the officer has a valid warrant, you must allow them to enter your home. When they enter your home, say, "I do not consent to you searching my home." This should limit where they are allowed to search. Observe where the officers search. Observe if they search in areas they do not have permission to search in the warrant. And also repeat that you do not consent to the search. If an officer takes any of your property, ask for a receipt. A valid arrest warrant must be signed by a judge, justice of the peace, or magistrate. It must state the name of the person to be arrested. It must also describe the person to be arrested. If the officer does not have a valid warrant, you can say, "This is not a valid warrant. You may not enter my home. Please leave." If the officer does have a valid arrest warrant and the person named in the warrant is home, that person should go outside to meet the officer. Close the door behind them. If the person named in the warrant is not home, tell the officer that the person is not there and do not open the door. A warrant of removal or deportation, also known as an immigration warrant, does not give an officer the right to enter your home. Say, "You do not have the right to enter my home with this warrant. Please leave." Next slide. Oh, thank you. Here, you can see examples of different types of warrants. The first one is a judicial warrant. Notice that it includes a judge's signature, which is what makes it legally valid. Next slide, please. Oh, you already did it. Thank you. This is an example of an administrative warrant. What you need to know: to enter a workplace, immigration officers or the police need either a valid warrant or the permission of the employer. Never instruct workers to run, either before or during an enforcement action. If workers run, it may lead to the worker being arrested or detained. A warrant does not mean you have to answer questions. If immigration officers or the police are questioning you and you wish to remain silent, say out loud that you wish to remain silent or show the officials your Know Your Rights card. Have an emergency plan with your coworkers. Use the workplace checklist to help you prepare. Today, we will talk generally about workplaces. In the future, we will be sharing more information specific to family child care workplaces. Thank you. A workplace checklist. Make sure to have an emergency plan in place with any workers in your workplace in the event of a raid. If you are the employer, you should speak with the officers. In the event you are not the employer and the employer is not present, or if your employer has given permission to the officers to enter, have the person you have chosen to speak with officers in a raid ask for identification. Remember, the officers may try to trick you, intimidate you, or frighten you. The person speaking to the officers should read the warrant carefully and determine if it is valid. If officers enter your workplace, you have the right to remain silent. Do not provide any information about your immigration status, where you were born, or how and when you came to the United States. Do not show any documents from your home country. Say out loud if you wish to remain silent, or show the officer your Know Your Rights card. If the officers search you, arrest, or detain you, remain calm and do not fight. If you are searched, say, I do not consent to this search. Thank you. When detained, this is what you need to know. You have the right to call your consulate. You have the right to remain silent. Being detained does not mean you have to answer questions. You have the right to speak to an attorney or accredited representative. You or a family member must contact the attorney or accredited representative. This will not be provided for you automatically. You have the right to refuse to sign anything before speaking with your attorney or accredited representative. When you speak to an attorney or accredited representative, it is essential that you tell them about any prior arrest or criminal history in addition to your immigration status. A person at risk of deportation should never visit a detention center or voluntarily interact with immigration officers. What to do in this situation? You should request a phone call so that you can call your emergency contact, which could be a family member, an attorney, as previously stated, accredited representative, also as previously stated, a religious or community organization. You may also call your consulate for assistance. Do not provide any information to anyone other than your attorney or accredited representative about your immigration status, where you were born, how or when you came to the United States, or your criminal background. Say out loud if you wish to remain silent or show your Know Your Rights card. Anything you say can be used against you. You have the right to refuse to sign anything before speaking to your attorney. If you are being asked to sign something, say, I will not sign anything until I speak with my attorney or accredited representative. Ask questions if you do not understand what you're being asked to sign. You may also request a copy of your notice to appear and all other documents for your case. A notice to appear includes information about the charges against you and information about when you must appear in court. Request to be released on a bond. This means you are requesting to be released until your hearing. Only a U.S. citizen or lawful permanent resident can post bond for you. If you are told that you do not qualify, you can request a bond hearing with an immigration judge. You can do this at a hearing or make a request in writing to the immigration judge. Your written request should include your name, your alien registration number or A number, if applicable, and a request for a bond redetermination hearing as soon as possible. Make sure to request your own copy of all documents your attorney or accredited representative submits to the judge as part of your case. Our team is currently putting further resources in the chat for numbers to call, for rapid response support, and a family preparedness plan. All the resources from today can be shared with families. We will continue developing these resources, especially resources specific to family child care. Next slide, please. Thank you all for your time and attention this evening. We want to make sure you know how to reach us. Take a moment to write down or take a screenshot of our contact information so you can reach out anytime you have questions, or if you need help with your application, or if you want to confirm your eligibility. Our tuition team is here for you. Before you go, please take a moment to complete the post-evaluation survey. Your feedback helps us improve future training and to better meet your needs. The survey will now be posted in the chat. We hope this presentation provided valuable insight and inspired meaningful ideas to help you maximize your tuition assistance benefit. We look forward to supporting you with your educational goals, and have a good evening.
Thank you, everyone, for joining us tonight. Special thank you to our union reps, our LJ team, who truly came through in the clutch. Great job, tuition assistance team. We will now be closing the webinar for tonight. This concludes our January 2026 tuition assistance webinar kickoff. We do hope you join us next month for an additional webinar that will provide great information with some of our partnerships and ongoing program information. Take care, everybody.
Good night.